Okay guys, this video contains major spoilers with regards to the storyline of Fallout 4, so this is a warning in advance. If you do not want to be spoiled, I suggest you click off this video immediately, and I will give you 5 seconds here to do so. Okay, and with that strange intro, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video with the Roshank Eruption, and today I've got a pretty big update on Fallout 4, specifically with regards to the storylines here, because apparently, supposedly, the ending to the main storyline was recently revealed. Now, in advance, I'm not 100% sure how true this is, but the source I got it from seems to be semi-reliable, and honestly, all of the stuff that we're getting makes sense. In light of all the information that we've gotten with regards to Fallout 4 so far, it makes sense. So we'll have to see in a few days whether or not what I'm about to say is actually true, but from what I've looked at, I think this information is legitimate. Okay, without further ado, the spoiler that we got with regards to the ending of Fallout 4 is, and I quote, "The main enemy in Fallout 4 is none other than your own son, and at the end of the main storyline, you are forced to choose between either killing him or nuking Boston." Additionally, we got one more piece of information from a less reliable source, and I'm not really sure how true this one is, but apparently you are a cyborg. You are a synthetic human or a cyborg. I'm not really sure how this fits into the idea of you having a son. Maybe he's not actually your son, and maybe the memories were implanted into you, but that's the other piece of information we got. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start breaking down this information a little bit. So let's go ahead and look at the first piece of information, and if this is really the ending to Fallout 4, I have to commend Bethesda, because this sounds like a really crazy and really intense ending for the first part, but also it seems to be a very stark contrast to what was present in Fallout 3, because in Fallout 3, the whole game was about you searching for your father as sort of a young man, but in this game it seems like we're getting the opposite. You are the father, and you're searching for your son, and it turns out that he is the villain in the end. So I really like the contrast to Fallout 3 that Bethesda is putting forth here, and I feel like it does a good job complementing their previous Fallout game. And with regards to nuking Boston, this clears up a ton of speculation that people had earlier back when the E3 trailer was released, because there was a scene in that trailer where the sole survivor blew up a city off on the map, so this answers our questions with regards to that. And of course, nuking Boston is very reminiscent of blowing up Megaton back in Fallout 3, so I really love the reference that Bethesda is making there. Now let's go ahead and move on to the second piece of information that we got, and like I said, I'm not 100% sure how legitimate this is, but I'm gonna go ahead and remark on it anyways, and that is of course that you, the sole survivor, are a cyborg. Now, the first thing to question here is what exactly is meant by cyborg, because the traditional definition of cyborg is that a cyborg is a part human and part robot. So does this mean that the sole survivor was initially born as a human and then turned into a robot, or does it just mean that he's an android? And if I had to choose, I think that the sole survivor is an android in the same way that Harkness was an android, if you remember from Fallout 3. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about with regards to Harkness, I'm referring to a specific quest from Fallout 3 entitled Replicated Man, and in this quest, there was an android named Harkness whose memories were altered to make him think that he was a human, when in reality, he was not. And this leads me to my next point here, because you would think on the surface level that the idea of the sole survivor being an android or a robot or what have you would contradict him having a son, since obviously robots cannot have children, but what happened to Harkness in Fallout 3 shows that this is possible. Not him literally having a son, but his memories could have been altered to make him think that he had a son. So basically what I'm trying to say here is I think that the way the Fallout 4 story works is as follows. You are an android, and your memories have been altered to make you think that you have a son. All of that stuff that we saw in the pre-war trailer before the bombs dropped, all of that is altered memories, and you do not in fact have a son. So, the person you kill at the end is not actually your son, but rather the person who you think is your son, and probably the person who also altered your memories. Just a bit of a shot in the dark theory there, but I figured I would go ahead and share my thoughts, and that is actually pretty much going to do it for the information that was revealed. Like I said, just to recap here, there were 2 points that were revealed. One, the ending to Fallout 4 is that you can either choose between nuking Boston or killing your son, and 2, you are potentially an android or a robot in Fallout 4. Alright folks, so that is pretty much going to do it for this Fallout 4 video. I sort of just wanted to get my thoughts out there on this potential ending for Fallout 4. As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like down below and subscribe for more Fallout 4 content in the future. The comment question of the day is, what do you guys think of this information and the new ending for Fallout 4? Me personally, I really think it's a breath of fresh air, and I think Bethesda has definitely put a lot of effort into the story and into making it potentially be really twisting and really shocking. But let me know what you guys think on that, and I will see you in my next Fallout 4 video.